new that we want to do today, and we wanted to give an award. It's called the Rising Tide Award. And the concept with this is that, what can we do? How about Mr. Nate? Is he a rock star or what, huh? Of our ability to, once our school's successful, what do we do now? Well, we give back. And I understand when you're struggling and you're in the trenches, it's hard to do that. Which is all the more reason why you deserve to be successful within your school, right? So that you can do all these great things. And a lot of you guys might be aware, but there's somebody in the room that's been amazing in impacting this. And maybe some of you guys might know what I'm talking about, but I met this guy. I'm talking about Tom Callos, one of my best friends on the time, or maybe my best friend. And we probably met in the late 70s, something like that, on the tournament circuit back in Northern California. And I think you always lost the match right before we fought, so I didn't fight you much, but... Anyway, so we were casual friends up until we met to get really tight when we got involved with Grandmaster June Reed. And that was late 80s, and we've been fast friends ever since. And he's had an amazing impact on the martial arts community, whether you know it or not personally. And he definitely speaks his mind. If you're his friend, you know that, right? But a brilliant guy. And I know through the years we've had in our school, I can't tell you how many times, and how many of my team have said to them, 5 minutes with Tom Callos, you've got more ideas than you know what to do. And how many of you guys would agree with me if you were, it's like crazy, right? Just comes out, okay, shut up, I know, I got it. And really inspiring in a lot of the ways that we do our black belt test, a lot of the way you guys do your black belt test, if you were influenced by us, was by Tom Callos' ultimate black belt test. And how many of you guys were involved in that? A whole bunch. As a matter of fact, we have some, alumni there. And this was, so I think, and especially in light of that, Mr. Callos recently retired from the martial arts industry, and we had to twist his arm to get him here today. I want to award Tom Callos. Let me put my glasses on. My vanity does not allow me to wear my glasses unless I got to read something. All right, in recognition of Tom Callos for a lifetime of contribution and service to the martial arts industry, we present the Rising Tide Award, Dedication, Inspiration, Service, May 4th, 2019. Put your hands together for Tom. Because I have the mic and I know he wants it. You might get it later, man. You might get it later. So I wanted to give it up for these guys. A lot of inspiration goes to Mr. Callos, what you guys are doing. But how about our three presenters, what they're doing? I know a lot of you guys are doing it as well. So I speak to these on a regular basis, and I especially Nancy Walls are probably the most. And I go, what did you do? You did what? How much did you raise? It's like every week there's something new, right? And of course, you're the cause of so much of that. And I think I want to turn the mic over to, where's Chris Verzwak? Where are you, man? Give it up for Chris Verzwak.
You got the message. Tom's the common denominator across the board that has inspired so many people. He's actually the reason, and the point where this all started too. I met the Kovars team at the Alabama Convention for the ultimate black belt test. We have a bunch of alumni in attendance. Could I have you guys all stand up really quick? We also have some surprise guests that, sorry I'm choking up from this, but wanted to be here for it as well. Can you guys come on in?
Yeah.
Tom Callos, this is your life.
Guys. Woo! Hey, Daddy, how's it going? Oh, man. I can't believe you're here. Oh, my God. How's it going? All the way from Canada. Let's just make this last for a while. DJ, what are you doing here?
have the other ultimate black belt test alumni come up as well.
Well, I'm so honored. Thank you.
Yep.
I didn't expect that.
We just have one more surprise. So you taught many people in this room that a black belt is more than punching, kicking, choking. It's the impact that you make. So Shannon, would you please come in?
I can't believe it. Really? Is this happening?
Yes.
It is.
So he deserves this just for dealing with me, first of all. But so deserved. I can't put it into words, so I'm just gonna do it. And I know that this is gonna be an ongoing legacy through our family as long as we live. And we have the Callos gene, which I have been lucky enough to pass on to my son, and he's a great grappler, and we are all going to benefit from not only my generation, my son's generations, but also my son's generation. And I'm overwhelmed, and I respectfully give this to my father and all the honor that he's done for the world and all the people that he's touched and made real tough people, but at the same time always made them self-aware of what they need to do to be actual good people. Because it doesn't matter how tough you are, 'cause I'm pretty tough, but what matters is what you do after you've accomplished what you want to be as far as tough. So with that being said, like I said, I'm nervous. I give this black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu to my father, who, if he had not gotten me into Jiu-Jitsu, Lord knows where I would be. So, with that being said, Dad, to you, I love you.
It's pretty good.
So I intentionally tied my belt wrong for 20 years because my dad told me to tie it right and made me do 200 push-ups every time I tied it wrong. So I made it a point to tie it wrong. So as you can see, I'm still doing my push-ups right when I walk out the door. Thanks everyone for being here.
I've been writing BJ the whole time. This is my soon-to-be wife, who I'm proposing to right now. We'll see you You might as well get it done now, right? I said, I was working with Pedro Sauer this morning. Listen, he was like talking to me, and he said, oh, I wish I was there. So, really honored.
And I said I was jealous too. So,
Yeah.
Pedro, if you're in the room.
And so, thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. I really didn't deserve it, but I was very honored that you took the time to. And thank you, Mr. Kovar and his team for doing this for me. And you know, I've struggled with my hips. And so I've had to take a 6-month leave of Jiujust after 22 years. And I've been struggling with, you know, they say athletes die twice, when they can't do their sport anymore and once at the end, right? And, but I think Professor Sauer gave me some new hope today, and so I'm going to get back on the mats. I know BJ's going, what? And, but I'm having some deteriorating bone stuff, so I have to take it easy. But I worked really hard, and I'm honored to be a black belt, even though, you know, I've got a lot of work to do. And somebody told me today, they're in the audience, saying, I really started learning at black belt, so I'm looking forward to that. Thank you for those of you who work so hard for your communities and are, through that work, bringing the rising tide, affecting the rising tide of the martial arts, that we're known for taking our work out of the dojo and putting it to work into the world, which is, I think, the highest place that we can go as teachers, to see our ideas manifest itself in action in the community. Thank you to Dave Kovar and his team for rescuing the martial arts industry by forming, through a lot of sweat and toil, an organization that only represents sound ideas that are ethically responsible, and that with each generation of every year improve in the substantive value of their work. In this conference, I've heard people talking about brain chemistry and community engagement and activism and sound ethical principles in the business, and it's not always been like that. And my friend Dave Kovar, I think he's the best of the best in our industry. He's who he is on the outside, and he's no different in private. He's exactly the same person, and he's a sound person to serve as a representative of the martial arts community, and to provide training programs for those of us who really take what we do seriously. Thank you to Jiu-Jitsu for reigniting my passion for martial arts. I started taking my first judo lesson in 1969, and then Taekwondo in 71. Thank you to Ernie Reyes Sr. and all the West Coast team for embracing me and bringing me so much pleasure and joy and experience. And it was Ernie Jr. here tonight. He was instrumental in my extended family, and I owe those people my life, and I hope to be doing good work to represent the work of his father and the work of our team in general. And thank you to those who trusted me to try new things, because the Ultimate Black Belt Test was just an idea that we said, let's try some new things and see what it does. Thank you to all of those of you who've inspired me through the good work that you do and through your physical effort and the responsibility of carrying the banner of something that I held in high esteem, and that is enforced by the work you're doing. Thank you for the respect that you showed me, and I am greatly honored. I don't deserve it, but I'm happy and have to learn to accept compliments gracefully, right?
Yes, sir.
And thank you to my son, to all my children, but this is my oldest son. He's 40 now.
Just turned 40 in November. Thank you for reminding me.
Good. Whatever, your birthday. I did too. Yeah. And you think you're your children's teacher, but they're really your teacher. And just recently, I was playing instructor with you, right? Saying,
Yes, sir.
you know, don't do this, don't do that, do this. You're representing our family and our name. Thank you again, everybody, for this great experience of the award and earning my black belt in Jiu-Jitsu. Now I have to go out and, you know, I've got like a big bullseye on my back now. Thank you. And thank you to my friend Dave. Come on in, Mr. Kovar.
I was trying to take the microphone.
Thank you so much for everything that you've done for me, and I really appreciate it. This was, I know, a stretch for you.
So really responsible, this guy over here in the corner really was the spearhead.
Chris?
I'd like to take the credit, but this guy really.
Chris, thank you. Thank you for supplying support.
Take him out right afterwards, Professor.
Please, please.
All right. Right
Yeah,
before.
don't bring me back for a few minutes, all right? Because I just need to take a nap now. And thank you very much. I'll relinquish the microphone. It's been an honor to serve this industry, and I'm just reworking how I can make better contribution. But thank you for the work you do, and please keep it up and set your standards high. And the difference between where we're at and the potential we have is vast. Start doing what you're doing to fill that potential. Thank you, Mr. Kovar.